Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Star Trek The Mirror War, Issue 4. This is a mini-series from IDW, written by Scott and David Tipton, art by Gavin Smith, colors by Charlie Kirchoff, letters by Neil Uyetake, edited by Heather Antos. Another attempt is made on Picard's life, but this time in the holodeck, and the incident causes them to drop out of warp and be surprised by the Klingons, but some familiar faces are there to wreak a little havoc, and Picard and his men finally make it to their destination, and Data has to try and defeat a groupthink computer. And we're left with a pretty interesting ending. Overall, I would say the story was fun. It's definitely action-packed and a lot happens in here and cuts out of a lot of extraneous stuff that didn't need to be in there. The only thing I found to be a little bit fluff and fan service was the appearance of Cisco. The cover's a little misleading because there's barely any reference to Cisco in Kira, and Deep Space Nine doesn't appear at all. But overall, I thought it was a good issue. The cover's fine, it just doesn't really apply to what's going on in the issue. It's just a pinup, and they're trying to get fan service. But I did like the issue. I thought the story's moving along quite nicely. The art's pretty rough, but it's not the worst I've ever seen, so I didn't hate it. I don't have any real major complaints, just the art needs a little more refinement, but it's an indie book, so I'm willing to cut some slack. And the characters look enough like the people on the shows that you can tell who's who. And it does a pretty decent job of kind of keeping you interested in the story. It's not a great jumping on point, but it's definitely not the worst one. So I'm going to recommend this. I'm having a lot of fun reading this story. It's got some really interesting stuff. The characters are an interesting take because they're from the Mirror universe. So seeing them do more reprehensible things and being generally bad people is not surprising. And it is the alternate reality version of them. So it's a villain book in the larger sense, which I generally don't like, but it does work really well here. And the story is clearly written by people that like Star Trek. And as a casual Star Trek viewer, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So solid recommendation. If you can let go of the fact that the art is a little rough, I think you'll really enjoy the story. It's pretty good. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, including the merchandise store. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.